Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to City Skylines with our city of Fairwood. Now, today is going to be really intriguing because one of the things I'm realizing is how much I'm not gonna lie, I honestly don't feel like I know what I'm doing. Most of this seems to be flying by the seat of my pants, but today we are expanding into the high density sort of deal. So that's what this time lapse is primarily going to be about. Now it's a little bit unorthodox because it's not your typical intersection that I'm building here. It's not the absolute straightaway intersection type thing. We are doing it at this awkward angle, but I feel that that's the only way that we can really accomplish the direction that we're wanting to go. So here is the connection that we're making to the main island, which is going to be our like major hub. It'll have a lot of the things in it. But what we're also trying to do is I'm thinking ahead a little bit because I need to make that connection to the highway so I don't have all of those people coming from the old low density part of the city. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to take the three-way intersection and I'm going to modify it just a little bit to fit our current needs. I'll have to come back and fill this out later, which is not a problem. But I'm also going to take the highway and I'm going to elevate it. I think it's going to make for a lot more of a dynamic, more city realistic feel. And again, that is also going to go to the main hub because I just feel like that's just how it needs to be. And that way we can go underneath, we can have off ramps, we can do all of the things that we need to do. And then you'll actually see that I actually completely take out the loop part. So we can go ahead and expand in the future. I forgot about that, to be completely honest. And then we're going to build our on-ramp and off-ramp system. Now, it's a little bit complicated. I'm telling you, a vanilla run is hard as heck. When you have things like move it and other things of that nature to try and make things perfect, not having that available makes things really tough. But we made it through. So this next section is filling out this part of the island. I'm going to do several different things to figure out what I really like here. And it's not so simple, unfortunately. There's a lot of room here. There's a lot of potential for a lot of high density area things to come in. But I had to figure out in what way I wanted to lay it out. So instead of having tons and tons of intersections and off ramps and on ramps, etc., I really kind of focused on making those connections across the island. I think it worked out pretty well. I had to finagle the bridges a little bit because I like the arches in there a lot. But not only that, then I had to figure out how I was going to make the original connection off of the highway, but then how I was going to make it on the elevated part. So here I am, basically just kind of laying out everything to handle the lots of heavy traffic that we are going to experience. There's a lot of redoing in this episode because, quite frankly, like I said, I don't know really everything that I'm doing. But I think it makes for a fun experience. It shows that I'm human. It shows that, hey, it is more than okay to kind of try out things on the fly and see just how they go. But I'm going to stop babbling because we're about halfway through the time lapse as it is. And I just want you to enjoy the layout, see what I do to change things, how I make all the connections in their weird, funky ways based on vanilla, and then how we are just going to roll with it as we develop our high density. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me already today. If you enjoy any part of this, as always, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications. You know what to do. This is Havoc, and let's have some fun. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a little bit chaotic. Now, that being said, what you're looking at right now is actually not what we ended with. I came back and I was gonna record this, but I decided I don't really feel like it matters so much that it was worthy of a recording. I'll just say that. But what I did add here is I added a train station. I feel like we need to start adding that aspect to our lives. It's probably a complete disaster to want to put it right here, and I may end up even putting it like right here. I don't know. We'll see how the traffic handles it. And then that's going to leave us there, but I'm probably even going to split, excuse me, I may even like split like right here and travel up so we can have a train connection over here. And then I'm also going to eventually connect that over here because this will be a industry transportation hub. We're going to have, this is a perfect inlet for our, you know what I'm saying, cargo freight and all that kind of stuff, but we need to connect it. But we can't do that yet because we're simply kind of bound by our limitations. But as you saw here, we did add quite a bit. And in fact, I did lots of things, unfortunately. But let's, oh, that's already, no, that'll have to be okay. But I did something like this, like I kept it elevated so nothing could get over there. I wanted to do that here, but it appears that based on the elevation of everything, we don't really have a choice. But I am excited for this. We did not add, we haven't added a few things that we need to. This is heavy, high density, so I am considering adding like a hospital, like a legit hospital. We don't have a hospital yet. I feel like that would be a good service to have. Let's go ahead and add it like right here. It fits perfectly. We can have some elder care. This takes up so much space though. You know what? We can have the old people next to the highway. They're gonna be rare, but that'll be okay. We did that, and then, you know what? Do we need another crematorium? I don't think we do. We're gonna have to travel a ways. Actually, this is pretty morbid. Put a crematorium next to the hospital. Actually, no. We're gonna go even more morbid. We're gonna put a crematorium next to elder care. I'm a terrible person, but it's also slightly hilarious. Fire stations maintain a large number of firefighters and fire engines. We are going to, let's see, we need relatively close access to the highways. Let's drop it right there. That way they can kind of go in through all the places. And then we do need a police headquarters. And we'll do the same thing. We'll kind of keep it in an area that can be really, really helpful. We don't need a prison. We don't need a police, anything like that. We probably will need education. That'd actually be really, really good. We have a great spot right here. Now, one of the things that I didn't think about until quite literally this moment was the fact that we don't have power. Now we could wind turbine it, although yeah, that's a lot of loud noise. Excuse me. So what I think we might do is we may even put some wind turbines up here. Connect them. And then depending on what comes first, we may have to drop some power lines. Let's see. I dropped, I think, well, let's just see. We already hit the play button. I think we are, but I do want to go ahead and tag some of these. We could actually drop bus lines down these parts. I think that'd be pretty, excuse me, pretty important. So that way we can, let's see, we want to start a bus depot here. And then we want to go, let's see, let's go like right here. We'll travel up this way. And then we'll come back. And then what we'll do, actually, I don't want to do that. I just want to place one. We'll do it just almost like a circuit around here. So we'll drop by elder care. Let's make a stop here. We'll make a stop. Make a stop. We'll do that. That doesn't seem like a smart idea. There we go. That might be good. Let's drop this. There we go. Nope, let's just scrap the whole thing. Just scrap the whole thing. All right, well, let's start. That needs to go there for sure. I need to make a circuit around this part of the city. So let's start here. We do need a stop. A stop. Go ahead and match up right there. There we go. I think that'll work. Well, there we go. Kind of drag it out away from all of that stuff. All right. Let's hit play, finally, and we'll see where this goes. We'll see kind of what parts develop first. What I may end up doing is just dragging that down. Those guys are connected. We're going to use this dead space for now to connect everything. Does this connect them? Does not. Lame. Okay. Well, that works for now. Yep. And then as things get more and more connected, we'll be rocking and rolling. Now we eventually do want to connect. Oh, I wish there were underground. Can we do underground? We can't do underground. Nope, we sure can't. I wish we had underground power lines, because that would just be ideal. But as you can see, we're not gonna limit anything here. I don't believe. We do need to go ahead and section it up. Go ahead and grab all this stuff. King Heights. That's actually quite appealing. All right. Now, if you'll notice, we are losing a little bit of money. And I think that is because we have free public transportation. Now, we're going to turn that off for this area, because we could really use the ticket income. But we have recycling, parks and rec. We have recycled plastics, prefer parks. For city planning, we do encourage biking. But I'm going to do big business benefactor. High density commercial doubles their sales. I think that's going to help. Industrial space zoned industry to work even more effectively. We'll see if that helps us here too. It might. It just might. Electric cars, I don't think we need to worry about any of that stuff. Automated toll, none of those things. Let's go ahead and speed things up to speed 3. Let's take a look first. Okay, they are connected here. Connection's no longer necessary. We just have to worry about the other spaces. We could do high density commercial here. Maybe even some like apartment complexes so people can be close to grandma and grandpa. And then we're going to have a little bit of high density right along the riverside. There we go. Look at that. 3 visitors. Everyone's already loving them. I forgot about the junctions here. There we go. And we're not going to do, well, we're not going to do so many lights. This needs to be a light. This does not. This does not. They will always yield. We'll see how that works. We'll see how that works out. Now, our population is going to skyrocket, so we need to be prepared for that. But you can already see, look, we're already getting people going off the highway because this is a much quicker route than it is going the other way. Are we not connected to... Oh, we're not connected to the mainland. We are connected to the mainland. Oh, that's right. Another thing I did, ladies and gentlemen, was that I removed our poop industry. Our very basic poop industry. And I replaced it with efficient poop scrubbers. Because it was getting real bad, guys. It was getting really bad. So we're gonna clean up our river just a little bit. Hopefully it will clean things up. And now that we got those guys running, sweet. That should take care of our poop. It sure does. And then things are gonna start looking a little bit cleaner. That's the hope anyways. We can already potentially... Oh no, that's just an influx of water. But hopefully... our poop is going to get much cleaner. We can already see here that these guys are working overtime. And they're actually pushing water out. So it is actually filtering the clean water very, very effectively. Now what I can do... is we can relocate a few of these and hope that it stays like that. If not, we may have to invest in some more. I don't know where I got those, to be completely honest with you. I have no clue where those guys come from. Oh, right here. Floating garbage collector. Holy cow. I think we are actually gonna have some clean water again, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on. We are not gonna have a light there, but it will be limited to them. And then we are going to take a look at our traffic. That's what I was gonna look at. Traffic. This way. I've forgotten everything. Our traffic flow is 91%. Which is, quite honestly, fantastic. We still have a great deal of hiccup here, and I don't think that's ever going to go away. I was very strongly considering destroying all of this real estate and stuff and turning this into a 6-lane. Or at a minimum a 4-lane, but I'm glad I didn't. I don't think it's gonna work. It doesn't really fit with the whole appeal of the space and all that stuff, so we're not really too concerned about it. Do I have something here? No, here. That's too big. Okay, I was gonna do something here, and maybe I will in the future. Everything's working though. Yeah, we've got lots of stuff rolling and going. We're finally curbing our high density commercial as well, which is great. And we're also curbing with our office space the need for industry. I want to try and leave this as, leave it alone as much as possible. We can already see that it's causing some problems. And quite frankly, I don't know why they aren't just taking this road. Why aren't you just taking that? That makes more sense, people. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But if we go here, we can see that people are using... It does appear they're using it quite well. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Let's go ahead and make these different colors so they're easily distinguishable. And I don't think we're going to end up using trams over here. What we will probably do, and that I honestly forgot, let's go ahead we are going to need a metro system. Now, we can start with an elevated metro, but odds are, I think we're just going to need an underground metro system. Let's put that... Let's see. Yeah, we're going to move that to right there. Now, we are a long ways off. I still got to develop this stuff. I can't see us justifying 2 stations just for this area, unless it was... Oh, that's actually a good spot. But that's not a long ways away. Maybe that doesn't matter. Does that really matter in metro systems? Their distance away from each other? To me, I would like to put 1 here, 1 here, and then a couple on the bigger, or maybe even a few on the bigger island. Let's go underground. There we go. Yes, and these guys go underneath the ground. That's fantastic. Or underneath the water, rather. Let's go... Eep, just like that. And then... All right, very cool. Now, obviously, we're a long ways off from that. It's not something I'm terribly concerned about. Let's go ahead and bring it down to a 2-speed because that is a lot going on. This is a little bit of a pickle, and I don't know if we just open it up. I wish it wasn't a stop. I wish there was a yield. That should clear things up a little bit. Because that is relative. Yeah, oh wow. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Definitely, that's what's needed. That should... Oh, that's doing wonders for traffic. Look how much that cleans traffic up right off the bat. Well done, everybody. Well done. And already, our downtown is just looking fantastic. Alright, it's not our downtown. It's the almost to the downtown, I should say. How's everything looking over here? We have fantastic healthcare. We have fantastic-ish, yeah, it's pretty good fire safety. We're doing great with our crime rate. School hasn't been so great, but that's simply because we need to get our kids ready, basically. And I'm going to drop another one right there. Kind of help that. Let's go with another public library. Now, these things are absolutely monstrous. Yeah, we're not going to be able to fit it over here. Unless we did it like right like this. There we go. There we go. Sorry I evicted you. I know. You're probably very upset. It will be okay, I promise you. And then this is working out pretty okay. You just need to hold on to your panties there. There we go. All right. So that is being quite successful. What do we have until we need to level up? We got 30,000 people that we need to get to. So that's going to take a little bit. But what we can do, it wouldn't be an episode of Fairwood if we weren't working on a park. Now, one of the things we haven't done yet is we have not made a nature reserve. And what better part of a nature reserve than this right here? At least getting it started, because we are running low on time, and we can label this. Where are my parks? That's industry. That's commercial, tourism. Nope, leisure. I mean, am I just an idiot? Is this what it is? I think it is. Here we go. That's right. I just need to put the actual place down. Oh, goodness. So what we could do here is... yeah, we're going to have to build an intersection. And we're going to have to do a big old nature reserve fence. To really section off. But the thing is, like, we're going to have a pathway coming through here. Let's see, can this be a major artery? It actually can be. So what we might end up doing here is running the length of this and then ending up with something along the lines of another intersection. Can I hit that? It's not going to let me hit that, is it? There we go. Oh, it almost did. So what we may end up having to do is raise this area up just like we did over here and do a much smaller one, but then have it cut through. And we can actually go ahead and flush this out just real quick. Nature Reserve main gate will indeed go right here. Awesome. So we get stuff level 1 just like we do with everything else. A small nature reserve main gate, no. And then we're actually going to have 2 parts to this. And we may even slap another one like over here. In fact, let's go ahead and add that in. This is just like a... oh, that's actually a perfect spot right there. Let's do this way only, though. Let's go just like this. And then we'll actually end just on that part. And then just to kind of keep things away from the main area. We'll have that there, and then we can put... that's not in the park area, so let's go ahead and expand it. There we go. And then we can do that. So it will be kind of broken up into a couple of different parts, which I don't have a problem with whatsoever. And then we can have a big, giant nature reserve, which seems a little excessive. I know it does. But, you know what? Nature is not excessive. Actually, it's beautifully excessive. We're just going to have a little bit of a longer episode, because I don't want to time-lapse everything. I feel like if I time-lapse everything, you people will get bored with me. And I know at least some of you like to hear my awesome voice, so I'd hate to take that from you. And then we just, I mean, we don't have to have anything fancy. There we go. Let's just do this. Oh my word. There we go. You know what? I don't even really feel like that needs to... honestly, this doesn't really even need to be here. A lot of parks don't have this sort of stuff roped off. It's actually sectioned off by the city or the state and on the federal level, where people can't even like build. Not even close. In fact, one of the places that's, you know, that's highly sought after land around here is there are a lot of state parks and federal reserved land that won't ever get built on. And so one of the hottest pieces of land that you can find is where it butts up, or if you are surrounded by the nature reserve, because there's a guarantee that you're not going to have neighbors or that development won't come close. So it's actually, oh my goodness gracious, we don't even have to worry about fences. We just won't build. I mean, it's as simple as that. We do, however, need water. And we may end up even having to have a water tower sprinkled throughout here to provide some water access. We are going to have lights though, because I think that's very important. Oh, we got a piece that stuck around. There we go. And then we can turn it. We can turn it. There's our first chunk. And this one is going to be a very nice pathway. And honestly, we could have multiple, which is what we'll end up doing. There we go. And then we can have, you know, a lakeside trail. And then of course, you know, we just need to have smaller ones for people who want to, you know, do like a half-mile hike or do a full 5-miler, you know, whatever they want to do. We will actually, ooh, this is a cool thing that we're going to do here. We are going to spread things out this way. And then we are going to just do little pop-outs. These are just going to be campsites. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. There we go. And then probably the same things, you know, like over here or something. Just, you know, like a straight line across, and then just to set up some fun little campsite areas. And then of course, you know, we do have the tents and whatnot. So it's actually, it works out pretty well. Having a whole bunch of tents. Now, of course, you would bring your own tent. So I don't know exactly why they are insisting that everyone only comes in just to tent to camp and whatnot. And then everyone has campfire sites right alongside it too. You have campfire sites at every camping spot. Whether there are campers there or not. And I'm sure this park rating is just going to be friggin' bonkers because of this stuff right here. And then we can have just a couple of campfire sites sprinkled out throughout there. And that's all we can do. Oh no, we have other stuff. Let's go just like that. This is kind of a thing saying, hey, you're at the campsite. Please, only you can prevent forest fires. Oh wow, we've got so much stuff. Oh, we could totally decorate the holy crap out of this. I think I'm gonna have to definitely decorate. Definitely gonna have to decorate. All right, guys, but that's the end of this episode right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Vermont Meadows is gonna be great. We could do definitely do a national park, but the city of Fairwood is coming along quite nicely, and I hope you are enjoying it. If you are, as always, to engage the YouTube algorithm, you can give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on how awesome the city is doing or ways that it could improve. Thank you so very much for watching. This is Havoc, and I'm out of here.